Well, due to the fact this video is now going up on September 1st, we have two videos coming up. We have two holidays coming up. The first holiday is Labor Day, and the second is Patriot Day. Today's the 1st September. Today will go up on 1st of September. So, chapter 8. And God remembered Noah and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made the wind to pass over the waters as waged. The fountains also of the deep, and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days of waters were abated, and the ark rested in the 7th month of the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month, and the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days mountains of earth, and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and sent forth a raven which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned not. and she returned unto him. And she returned unto him. And she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the earth. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him, and into the ark, and he stayed yet another 7 days. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark, and the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated off earth, and he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him anymore. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering off of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the second month, on the 27 days of the month, was the earth dried. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing with thee, and all flesh, both of fowl, of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wives, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kind, went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an ark unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imitation, for the imitation, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done while the earth remaineth. Seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Yes. When the waters came upon the earth, it said that the waters came from underneath the from the bowels of the earth as from the heavens. So, what other things do we? What things do we know that act like that? But geysers have. I mean, just look at. You only have to look at Old Faithful. Goes off quite frequently, and the rains with the geysers with the rains, and then the ark was entirely closed up, so there was no way any water could get into the ark. So yeah, people say that the geysers coming up with the rain coming down would have drowned the people in the ark, but the ark was entirely sealed up with plants and animals inside of it. So, with that said, geysers and rain, it can happen. But yes, geysers and rain at the same time, within that time frame, is a possibility. Especially if you have your boat entirely sealed up, as Noah did, where no water can get in.